outskirts of our galaxy, a relic from the ancient Progenitor civilization has surfaced, and I fear what could happen if it fell into the wrong hands. Some say heroes aren't born, heroes are made. I guess cliches exist for a reason, because our hero is just in the making.
Bob, how is our test subject doing? Oh, well, look who's awake. Our little thief. Are you really so stupid as to think you could steal from the great CRT? Heck, I'm not even sure how you're still alive after that gruesome reconstruction. But hey, I'm not complaining. Once your brand new arm's complete, you'll be able to sucker punch people into orbit, baby. Now, if all this sounds a little strange to you, it's probably because I've started removing your memories. I know. A tad extreme, but that's just how I roll. Can't let you keep that pesky free will of yours, can we? Okay, bye now.
Installation complete. This was a rather unfortunate turn of events, although you no longer remember said events. Stand by. Initialize kinetic weapon system. It would seem that you have a much greater role to play, Skylar. Let's get you out of here. Now, first things first. Are you able to walk? Splendid. You seem to be fit as a fiddle. Now, I am more than a regular arm. Use me to punch through those boxes.
Wait, how did you get out? I mean, I see you're taking a stroll. Don't bother jumping those containers, though. It's not like you can jump twice in the air or something. What? Bob? You never told me she was gravity-defying.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I should have known.
Try my other function on this swarm bot, the spin attack. The spin attack also functions as a triple jump while in the air.
Oh, so you slapped around Dave and Steve. They were useless anyway. Alright, end of the road, you rascal. You can't get through here. Unless you Ah, shrimp sticks. I blame you, Bob. I blame you.
Not the face, not the face!
Step on red buttons to activate all manner of mechanisms. See those swing nodes? Use your grappling beam to swing through the air.
Bob? What do those things even do? She's getting away. You're forcing my hand here, kitten. Time to wake up our little friend.
End of the line, kitty cats. Get her! Ah, dang it, you imbecile. You complete moron.
Now's your chance, Skylar. Escape. Brace for impact.
No way! Today's finally the day! Woo! This is it! I'm outie! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Skylar.
Whoa, you got a talking arm. That's neat.
Greetings, feathery friend.
Greetings, you guys. I'm Plux, and these islands are my home. Mi isla es su isla.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Plux. But we have urgent matters to attend to. Skylar, if you wish to regain the memory CRT erased, you must find the progenitor structure called the siphon.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. The islanders always jam about that thing. It's some huge, ancient-looking thingamajig, right?
That, sounds just like it, I guess. Can you take us there?
I know these islands like the back of my wing. Let me show you the way.
Now, I know felines don't like getting wet, and your mechanical arm is far too heavy for you to be swimming. So watch out for large bodies of water.
Note to self, keep kitty cat out of water.
Checkpoint. I have dropped these all over the island. They are quantum replicators, and should you, to all our dismay, perish, they will relocate you to the last replicator you passed. And I, added confetti as motivational flair.
That's thoughtful. Doing in a cage?
Plux, is that you? Could you ask your feline friend to please get rid of these monsters?
Don't you worry your blobby little head.
Well done, young one. Now, would you kindly release me from this cage? If you don't have enough gems, there should be a few boxes nearby that are full of them. Well?
Hold on just a sweet sec. We're on it. We just gotta... Hey, Skylar, what are we doing?
And thank you too, Plux.
Hey, don't sweat it. But what in the name of funk is going on?
A terrible calamity has struck our island, and he calls himself the CRT. His greedy attempt to deconstruct the siphon broke it apart, and I can feel the life force of this moon seeping away. It's an ancient progenitor mechanism powered by 3 fuses. As the CRT stole one of them, the other 2 returned to their original places of creation. On the highest point of the island. In the seed lost in time. And the stolen one is kept in a fortress of steel. He has imprisoned my people, the Loa, trying to extort us into revealing the fuse's locations. Oh, please, if you find any of my children, break open their cages just like mine. And for the trouble, I will increase your health. So if you ever feel weak and beat down, remember to come and talk to me.
That sure seems like a tall order. I'm sure you'll do fine, Skylar. Pleasure meeting you.
Plux, I know you haven't embraced Clover Island as your home, and I understand that. But it needs you now more than ever.
What? Me?
You know this island, so you must guide Skylar on her journey.
I guess I know my way around. Sure, if you say so, Jelly Beans.
Very good, my friends. And Skylar, let Clover Mountain be a trial of your courage. Best of luck to you both.
All right, let's go on an adventure. Alrighty then. I've been soaring around this place for years. Finding that fuse should be a piece of cake. Let's not be away for too long. I'm waiting for my papa to come and get me. He'll be back any day now. Going up?
The fall. I bet Bob you wouldn't make it. Guess I owe you a kick in the bolts, huh, Bob?
Of course I...
Skylar, do you know this guy?
And looky here. You've already befriended a primitive native. How quaint.
Who are you supposed to be?
I don't know how to say this, but I'm kind of a big deal. People know me. Wait, you never heard of the mighty CRT? You pigeon?
Ha! CRT? Does that stand for a cranky robot turd or something?
No, it's none of your business. Bob, end the transmission.
What a sensitive guy. Crunchy metal stuff wasn't here before. We'll have to get around it somehow. Hey, look! There's a thingamajig straight ahead. Let's see what it is.
You found the jetpack. It allows you to hover through the air, rocket jump to high places, and rocket roll over your enemies. Remember, keep an eye on your energy meter.
This place gives me the creeps, Skylar. Old blue stuff always told me not to come here. I guess this is an emergency, right? Well then, onward!
Welcome to CRT's Sandbox Fun Time Land. Out with the old, in with the new. That's what my pappy always said. Well, what he actually said was that I was useless, but yeah. I'll prove him.
Well, that explains a lot.
Anyway, you stretch your legs plenty now. You got yourself a pet bird. There's really nothing else to see here. There's some crusty old ruins that are impossible to get into. I mean, trust me, I've tried. I'm pretty smart, right, Bob?
Oh, quite so.
Hey now, if you're quite done destroying all my hard-working robots, we'd get all this done quicker if you just worked with me.
They're all attacking us, you bucket of bolts!
They're attacking you in self-defense. Right, Bob?
Actually,
Far away from Sunny Smile Owls now. Sure hope Papa doesn't come back to get me while we're still away. No, I know. Bigger things are at stake here. Let's keep going.
analysis complete. Time orb obtained. Created by the progenitors, this ancient relic will slow down the flow of time when injected with energy. Upon activating a time pedestal, it sustains a sphere that accesses an ancient point in time.
That platform is spinning way too fast. What about that time? Holy moly! That was nuts! Whoa! I wonder what happened to this place. It wasn't always a desert. This rock is just asking to get punched down from here. Something tells me this place is a puzzle, and the pieces for solving it could be up on those ledges. Let's try to get them down from there. Would you look at this dingus? Hey! Your big head is blocking the way! Wonder if it fell down at some point. If only we had a time pedestal close by. Would you look at this dingus? Hey! Your big head is blocking the way! Wonder if it fell down at some point. Good up here. Let's punch it down.
Look at you, desecrating away. I'm almost proud of you. Almost.
Cool. We can go to the pass down here now. See if you can push it around. It doesn't look like we can push it out of this square without something blocking it. Maybe the rock up on that ledge could work. Would you look at this dingus? Hey! Your big head is blocking the way! Wonder if it fell down at some point. Would you look at this dingus? Hey! Your big head is blocking the way! Wonder if it fell down at some point. Want to think about how long ago it's been since someone cleaned up this place. It sure stinks. Oh, it's a slippy slide puzzle. You got it, Skylar. Almost there. I wonder what they were like, these Progenitor dudes. I mean, how come they had time-shifting technology and still wanted to live in these stony abodes? Straight up weird, man. This thing has seen better days. I'm getting sacral vibes in here. That doesn't look like it's doing too well. Just turned red. Try pushing it. Wow, what a beauty. You think you can jump on the tree to get to the next level? Baby, that's one thirsty tree. Let's give it some more. Great job, Skylar. I'm proud of you. Whoa! That thing is beautiful! And I bet it would make a sweet pad, too. Let's climb. Straight to the top, baby.
Well, Bob, I want answers. Who is she? How is she still alive when my minions exploded by just touching that fuse thing?
I'm afraid I don't have a clear answer, sir. From the looks of her, she's just a low-life thief trying her luck.
They call Vicurians the most advanced species in the galaxy, and they built you?
Correct, sir. However, I possess limited knowledge of progenitor artifacts since they've been missing for thousands of years.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Soon enough, she won't be anyone anymore.
Hey, this is going pretty swimmingly if I do say so myself. CRT ain't got nothing on us.
You two are way bigger losers than I am. You were nothing but a thief before I found you, Catnip. And you, Birdseed, you were too lazy to intervene before your friend showed up. You choose now to do so? You two are nothing but a layabout and a scoundrel. Bravo, slow clap. Bob, hang up dramatically.
Fantastic, young one. Now only the stolen fuse remains. It lies within CRT's Citadel. It will be a true test of your power. Good luck.
Well. Look who finally decided to join the party. And by join, I mean crash. This is my turf, kitten, and I can't remember inviting you.
Your turf? There used to be a village here, and hot springs,
And now there ain't, Pigeon, because it was in my way. I appreciate the true potential of this island unlike the rest of you dinks.
This used to be a lovely little brook with the clearest water on the island. Now look at it. It's a freaking travesty. Well, forget about getting through that door. What's that up there? Looks like some wrecking ball.
Hey! You keep your filthy paws to yourself. That's not a toy. Well, it is, but it's my toy.
Wow. Just looking at the thing seems to tick him off. Looks like we're onto something.
prototype, you Philistine!
Sir, I believe it's pronounced Philistine?
Bob, is this really the best time? Because I know you know that we're both right. Ah, great. So now you got the crushing ball stuck down in the Satisfactory.
The Satisfactory? Anyway, we could use that crushing ball of his. How do we get it outie? What's that shining doohickey on that bottom?
Magnetic glove found. This gadget is a crude copy of a Valkyrian tool. It allows you to hold and throw magnetic objects like enemies, missiles, and the crushing ball.
I don't remember copying some old Valkyrian junk. Bob? Did you make that?
Yes, sir. I did. For, directing the crushing ball.
Huh. That's very useful. Except that RoboCat and Beakface here just stole it. Ah!
Thank you, Bob.
Ah, yes. A catastrophe indeed. I'm sorry.
Bob, never ever say something like that again.
does this factory even fabricate? I mean, it's almost like he threw together a couple of conveyor belts, hammers, and lasers, just hoping something would pop out. Shaped duct over the door? Let's play some crushing basketball! Destiny schmestity, yada yada, bing bong boot. More laser action? What a time to be alive! Do is direct it to wherever those red mirrors lead. And Bob's your uncle.
Bob's my what?
It's an expression.
What? Oh, never mind.
Nailed it, Skylar. Let's crash this party.
Oh no, please do. It's not like I've spent countless resources and sleepless nights watching my minions build this place. Ha! So long, you punks. You see, I tricked you into this big hole. It was all part of my plan, you big dum-dum. Have fun drowning in lava.
I highly doubt that he even has a plan. Oh well, there's only one way forward. Let's roll. If only there was something that could hold those metal tiles in place. Like a force. Affecting metal.
I tried, I really did. You could rule this dump at my side. What does a rugged thief like yourself have to gain from playing a hero? This is your last chance, Catnip. Don't ever tell me I wasn't generous. And you, Bird.
Yes, Buttface?
Thought I heard you whining about your precious daddy coming to save you. Do you actually think he'll come back? For you?
No, I don't. For whatever reason, he's not coming back. And I know that now. But I'm moving on. What are you running from, huh? It's like you're stuck in a hamster wheel, going on and on about destiny all the time.
Ah, Websters. A proud race of fearsome conquerors, I've heard.
Cute little furballs who take themselves way too seriously, I've heard.
Well, what do you know?
where that fuse could be. Haven't seen a trace of it.
Oh, that reactor doesn't do anything important. It's just, you maniacs. You blew it up. Ah, dang you. Gosh dang you all, you smell.
Uh-oh, the lava's rising. Guess this is it for Mr. Crushing Ball. Thanks for everything, but we gotta get the funk out of here.
Why did I build this on an active volcano? Everything I've worked for was all for nothing. Just nothing. I might as well have built an outhouse for my dogs or something. Or just dogs live right
Wonder where that fuse could be. Haven't seen a trace of it.
Oh, that reactor doesn't do anything important. You maniacs! You blew it up! Ah, dang you! Gosh dang you all, you smell!
Uh-oh, the lava's rising. Guess this is it for Mr. Crushing Ball. Thanks for everything, but we gotta get the funk out of here.
Why did I build this on an active volcano? Everything I've worked for was all for nothing. Just nothing. I might as well have built an outhouse for my dogs or something. Or just dogs live right there.
Up ahead! Fire in the hole! What? Is that Mr. Crushing Ball? It made it! Let's rock and roll! I guess this is the final stop for the Crushing Ball. One last lava bath. Bye! Whoa! It's the fuse! It was inside the Crushing Ball all along! No more Mr. Cranky Pants. His base got wrecked.
I have a confession to make. I should have told you this much earlier.
That your Bob?
But how did you know?
What? I thought we all knew that. Except for CRT, of course.
Well, in any case, there is something very important I must tell you about CRT. He is not what you think he is. CRT is a monster.
CRT's a what? Hey, Bob. You there? Huh. Bad reception, I guess. I wonder...
My friends, you did it! Life is returning to the island, and the siphon seems to be stronger than ever before.
You're welcome, jelly beans.
As a token of my gratitude, I anoint you both honorary members of the Loa.
This is it, Skylar. We saved the island. Well, what's left of it anyway. To think we'd be heroes.
Oh, is that what you think of yourselves? Gasp indeed.
Skylar!
Heroes? For doing what? Destroying other people's hard work? Toying with others' destinies?
Your butt is grass.
And the quizzacious little featherball. I finally get to make a pillow out of you.
Sounds like someone found a dictionary.
Maybe I did. Perhaps while I'm strangling you, you could try and see things from my point of view. I mean, I've never had a choice. Conquering is my fate.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, cranky pants, but I can't get my head that far up my butt.
Always the wise guy, huh?
I try.
Not wise enough to save the traitorous little Bob, are you? Do you think I never knew he was helping you dorks all along? Do you really think I'm some kind of idiot?
Yes we do.
Well, the joke's on you. Actions have consequences. You think you've saved this planet? You doomed it. You succeeded where I failed. The siphon is now complete. And guess what? Now this happens. You see what happens, Skylar? You can't escape what you are. I'm gonna weaponize this sucker, and the first thing I'll do is scorch this sorry moon, and I'll start over from scratch. And it's all thanks to you. See ya! Wanna be ya!
Aw, heck no! Let's bust his bolt, Skylar.
You have shown great kindness, Skylar. To reward you for your hard work, I have increased your health.
Welcome back to my humble abode. Did you get homesick? Predictable. Don't know what to do without your deceitful friend, Bob, huh? Well, he got you right in my trap. Well, see, this is why I'm going to win. I don't need friends. I don't need anyone. Once I've drained the siphon, even my father will fear me. You said I'd never amount to anything, Dad. Well, look at me now!
Wow. Skylar, this dude needs a hug. But first, kick his butt.
Who brought civilization to Clover Island? Looks like you finally found your way home, kitten. It's time for you to meet your maker.
It's really come down to fisticuffs, huh? Alright, pussycat, let's dance! Skylar Lynxe. Age? Who cares? Swipe left. You trying to tickle me or something? Didn't feel a thing. You know, you're not exactly proving me wrong right now. I mean, you're literally destroying everything I've built. Emotionally. Okay, hey, you know what? I've had some time to think on my mistakes, and I've reached the conclusion.
Users don't understand what you're doing. Nothing will bring me down.
Come on now, you big doof. It's over. Finito. Dunyan rings.
It ain't over till a chubby lady sends, parrot. Not as long as I can do this.
Dang. Wrong button. Can we pretend this didn't happen?
You gotta be kidding me. No evil robot overlord jazz? You're just... this?
I'm a whamster. All I've ever had was this Valkyrian station and its AI, Bob. And it's not even his real name, I just started calling him that. I used him and now he's gone. And CRT, that's just a big fat lie.
Why? Why would you do all this, man?
I never had a choice. I never asked to be the son of a dictator, to be cold-hearted and cruel. Things are expected of me.
Wait, back up. Who are you?
I am Tiberius Julius, the heir to the Whamsterian Empire.
Whoa, so you're like a prince?
No more. This was my last chance. I've been nothing but a failure and a laughingstock for my entire life. And unless I conquered a planet, Father said I'd be exiled forever.
Wow, that's pretty rough. Look, I get how it feels to be left alone, but you do have a choice. You never have an excuse to be a complete butt and destroy other people's lives.
I needed to prove myself. I figured people fearing me would be better than people ridiculing me. But now, I'm all alone in this galaxy.
That's not true, sir.
Bob!
Hey, you're alive!
You've never had to prove anything to me, sir. And you're not alone, sir. You have friends all around you.
Really?
Of course, dude. But you have to promise to fix everything you mucked up down on Clover Island.
I guess. I mean, yes, definitely, of course.
I do hate to be the proverbial party pooper, sir, but it seems that the siphon you extracted is rather disagreeing with being separated from its moon. It's pulling us into the atmosphere.
What? Well, that's just great.
Not too great, I'm afraid, as this station wasn't designed for landing. Expecting a hull break in 10.
No. What are we gonna
9,
do?
Hold on, guys.
8, 7.
This might get bumpy.
6.
No, wait. That's not it. I swear I had something for this.
2, 1.
Oh, what year is it? Did I do good?
Impressive stunt, sir. Quite brave indeed.
Is it too late to pretend like I knew this was gonna happen from the start?
I think it is.
Far too late, sir.
But that was the raddest ride of my life, dude! You saved us!
I've got a warmish feeling in my chest. Is this what friendship feels like?
Yeah, dude! Sip it all in!
This is amazing. But what if my father finds out about all this?
Hey now, let's burn that bridge when we get to it!
And that's how our hero was made. It all worked out pretty well in the end, didn't it? CRT finally let go of his shackles thanks to his new friends and could truly be himself. Plux learned that the world moves on with or without you, and that doing nothing ultimately achieves nothing. Skylar defined what she was told to be for what she wanted to be. And with all these cliches, it's only fitting to say that it seems like they all lived happily ever after.